Come on.
How important do you think 7-on-7 is to you, from your point of view?
I think it's more for the offense side of the ball.
Right, and that's how you want to keep it into that system where they know that at some point I want to be the star at Eastside. I want to be the star at
Your head coach does it for you. I feel you're just spending extra money for a recruitment service.
Hey, can I piggyback off that real quick?
Yeah, definitely. What's going on? We back. Every 2 weeks we got to bring it to you. The best coaching corner show I could possibly put together. It's your man, Donald Massey Jr., head of Driven Minds, coming with a crazy, awesome, great show for y'all today. Of course, I got my best two guys I could find in the business to rock out with me. Obviously, my man Brandon over there with Sand Sports, doing what he always do, rocking and rolling. And congratulations, Mr. Rings, Thanos himself, Sheed in the building right there. Coach Sheed, you already know, got to hold it down. That's right, B. Give him his own screen.
This motherfucker went in the closet and came out.
One shot.
Let's start the night off right.
Kill all that cussing.
Let's start the night off right.
I'm sorry, sir. We hold it on a new page.
That's right.
This mother lover went into the closet and came out.
Hey, listen, what Jay-Z say, man? Take out the blazer, loosen up the tie. Step aside the booth. Thanos is alive right here, though. Y'all already know. Might have get left, man. You already know. So, again, like I said, I had to let you guys welcome you to another week. This is going to be a dope show. We got some great guys, some great guests coming on, guys and gals. Got some great guests coming on. So please share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, on YouTube, share it there. Just get on your phone, just start pushing it out, because the information that they're going to get on this show is going to definitely help them in a major way. But I don't want to hold up the conversation too much. Go ahead, Sheed, you go ahead and open it up. Talk about them, tell them what you got cooking. Brandon, you go right after that. Let's do it.
Peace, family. Coach Sheed here. DePaul Catholic defensive coordinator, also sports performance trainer at Pro Edge. We also do receiver and DB work there. We got all position training: O-line, D-line, quarterback, linebacker, D-line. So, tap in with us. We're in the Passaic County area up in Wayne, New Jersey. So, tap in.
So you already heard, and that's 7 days a week, right, She?
Yes,
Indoor
indeed.
facility. So you don't have to worry about the weather, missing out on anything. And like he said, sports performance. So it's position training, it's physical body training, like it's everything that you need. Now, ain't no excuses. College camps are coming up really, really soon. Colleges are having their spring practices. Some guys are having junior days and stuff. So I'm telling you, when you get out there, you guys that's trying to get to the next spots, you're gonna want to. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make sure that you are in the right position. And right there, Pro Edge, I stamp them, I salute them. Great dudes over there doing some great work. So please check them out. And if you ain't got the time to go over there, come see me. We got things rocking over at Center Court in Montclair, okay? Same thing, all positions. We're only doing 2 days. We only got Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 to 9, all right? So you can jump in there, indoor turf facility, just like they got in Pro Edge. So nobody got to worry about the weather. So, get involved, man. It's a lot of things that's going to help you guys get better. You should be going really hard in your weight room. You should be going really hard in your classrooms right now. Colleges are communicating. They're getting around right now. So For you young people in high school that's trying to get away, get yourself where you need to be making sure you're doing what you got to do. Brandon, man, tell them about what's happening in Sand Sports, man. Talk to me.
We are officially in our 10th year. We're officially in our 10th year. It's been a one hell of a journey. Our celebration didn't go the way we wanted it to this year, but you know what I mean, we got time. Summer coming up, you know what I mean? Might have to make a trip to Jersey on June the 7th, but we still waiting on June to confirm the date and whatnot, you know what I mean? But again, it is the off season right now, and we got times and windows opened up right now. If you want to start a show, you can get in for a discount rate because we ain't too booked. Don't even hold me on the discount part, but you can get in for a low rate right now. Okay, get in for a low rate right now. I just learned about some new information, so give me about 30 days. We're gonna have something that your other shows don't have. Okay, so stick with us. Okay, we're going places, man. Going places.
That's what's up. You know, Sand Sports, one of the dopest, pretty much like social media networks that I had the pleasure of partner up with to get this podcast thing going, like in a major way. You know, yes, I appreciate you, Ken. Appreciate you, you know, doing things like that, getting the DM in a really good light, you know, where people are not used to seeing, but they're getting to see it a lot right now. And I mean, I try to make sure that we're giving these guys the best information they could possibly find. There's a lot of recruiting networks out there that's going to sell you a dream. Not trying to sell you anything, man. I'm trying to sell you some free knowledge, man. So just tap in and get what you got going. Okay, so we got somebody I know we said already is in there. So we're going to bring him in if you want. I know his segment is at 9:10. See who we got cooking, who just popped in. So
he got to turn his camera on. Is he right now? He's there we go.
Oh, there he is.
Yo,
my Coach guy. John. What up, Ja? What up?
I'm chilling.
Man. This is my man right here, Jocelyn Reed, man. He's kind of been doing a little bit of everything, man. All state banquets and stuff, man. Just getting yourself, myself, physically ready for the next level. I know that's happening. No, you probably are you going to do the baseball thing? Of course, gonna finish the Triple Crown, right?
I think I'm gonna be doing outdoor and baseball at the same time this year. That's what it's looking like.
It's a crazy athletic cat. Hey B, you got that video, man? Let them see who this guy is and then how you get down, man. Because I don't think they really know. Oh, there he is. That's how it goes. How it start, man. The monster behind the mask, Jocelyn Reed, man, just out of North Central, class of 25. Going to University of Monmouth, man. Like, very proud of you, man. I just seen the growth from your freshman year. You know, shout out to Coach Mark. Shout out to Father Ace, man. Just staying around you, keeping you guided in the right directions, man. It takes a village, you know. Also, I cannot and will not say thank you to and rest in peace, rest in heaven to Miss Kosa. You know, I know Kosa was a big thing, a big reason of getting this kind of program booming at Central, man. So again, man, I just wanted to make sure I said what's up, had you on the show, give you your flowers. I want you to kind of help me out with talking to some of the young people. Like I said, I sent you some of the questions. So we'll kind of get into those questions, obviously, tonight. Because, again, I got some guys that we know that follow our networks. We want to see if we can help them kind of figure out what this life is like. And everybody, I don't know if y'all see the picture in the middle, but that picture in the middle, that is like a custom DM everything. Like, I gave John the covers like years ago. He got the DM cleat covers on, the DM gloves with a DM 7-on-7 fit. If you ain't rocking with the DM, man, you're not looking good.
I don't know what you're doing.
You don't know what you're doing. You feel me? Hey, shit, I got to get right or get left as far as that go. But like I said, let's jump into it, B. Let's bring Ja back to the big screen. Like I said, I like that we got the video there for him. And let's say I'm going to get into them with the questions that I sent you, Ja. Like I said, I know you picked Monmouth like from your sophomore year, I want to say, was it when the offers or whatever kind of started rolling in? Was it your freshman year? When did you first start getting offers?
It was my sophomore year during the off season.
Right, sophomore year. So, like, what was that recruiting experience like for you? You know, from the sophomore, pretty much to when you had to make a decision. What's that like?
Man, you know, it was a guy that I was under that was D1 as well. You know, Mo Keller. He ended up leaving, so I ended up having to get my own sting, and I had to grind, keep my head down. When I eventually got that first offer from Syracuse,
Mm-hmm.
they started rolling in. I started going to camps with you. Shout out to you. You feel me? You
Yeah,
already know
college.
how we do.
Owen.
Got them connects. They kept rolling in, phone ringing. A lot of coaches leaving. They leaving like they transfer portal kids. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
So guys leave, things change. So now that's, I guess, how the recruiting changes for you too. So you got to kind of stay with it, right?
yeah, right. It's all
Cool,
about the
cool.
relationships.
Right. So I'm guessing clearly at Monmouth, I got a couple of dudes down there, Mr. McCall Green.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice place to be right there on the beach, man, on the shore. Like,
Yes,
boom, it's
sir.
gonna be nice for you. What made you pick Monmouth out of all of those schools? Shout out to Coach Gabriel, Coach Callahan. I know those guys are really, really good dudes. So, and they've been there for a good while too, Josh.
Word. Yeah.
Got you some real stable coaches down there. But what made you pick University of Monmouth?
Basically, like you said, the stability of the coaching staff, the relationship the coaches have with each other, and the
Mm-hmm.
players. Like when they took me to the OV, they showed me another side. They took me in as a Monmouth player right then and there. They made me want to. I wanted to leave early, but y'all see me at the North South game, man.
Okay. Shout out to
Yeah,
that. Shout out
June
to
8th.
that. You know what I'm saying? Got the safety spot right there. What you going? They gonna put you at the safety? You gonna play LB? What you gonna do at the North South game?
Hopefully I'll be a hybrid. I'll come down in the box late at war. You know that.
It is. There it is. One of my guys. So, listen. Next question, like we talked about, and you talking about doing 2 sports in the spring, which is phenomenal. I know you'd always do 3. You do your football. I know you kind of do some baseball and some track. You kind of just be everywhere a little bit with it, and still getting that goddamn weight room, boys. I be seeing y'all, Coach Mark, be having the Instagram popping and stuff,
Word.
man. What is it like managing that time? And just for the record, let them know your GPA.
3.2 GPA now.
0.2 GPA. How do you manage to be able to stay above a 3.0 with all of that? With getting the 3 sports, with getting the weight room in? Like, how does that work for you, man? Help these young guys out.
It's pretty much like applying yourself and asking if you really want it or not. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it's something you gotta commit to do, and you gotta cut out all the distractions so
Mm-hmm.
you could put your focus on football and school. School first,
Mm-hmm.
though. That's how my first offer came as well. They found out
Right.
my sophomore year GPA was a 3.7.
Mm.
I'm telling you,
Please.
you don't think cause you tough, you gonna get offers because of your skill. You gotta have grades.
All right. Right. So like we talked about, it don't work without that. Like you said, we done been to a bunch of camps. So you done talked to a bunch of coaches. Probably one of the top 3 questions that they're asking is what's your GPA?
Yes,
After
yeah,
they
what's
find
your
out,
GPA?
So you got to make sure that you're on top of that, man. I definitely, like I said, salute you and everybody in the fam for making sure you was on top of that right there. I'm going to ask one more question. I'm going to see if the guys want to ask you a question. But now, here you are, senior year coming up. I know the dress gonna be looking type sexy for the prom and junk. You know how you get down. When you step
Oh
out, you step
yeah.
out. I know how this going. All right, now this is going. North South game coming up. And I'm thinking like when you was an 8th grader, man. I don't even know you probably dreamed of wanting it to happen, and now it's happening. So my question is,
Right.
what would you tell the 8th graders coming into high school now? Like, clearly you talked about having a good schedule and managing your time in order to get that stuff done with a high GPA and then being a good athlete. So, by the way, what would you tell an 8th grader, like knowing what you know right now?
All right. I'll tell an 8th grader to tell your parents to invest in what you do. Like
Okay.
that's really what it takes to be the best. You gotta be in front of the right people. You gotta make the right connections.
Mhm.
You gotta. I would give them knowledge that I didn't know when I was their age.
Right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
asking. That's like what I
basically. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, don't be afraid to communicate with college coaches. Get your name out there. Even if you get fried, go get fried and get back up there.
mm-hmm.
And a
Short memory.
secret, but a secret for everybody, you gotta cut them lines at them camps. I'm telling you,
Talk
you
about it.
gotta cut them lines.
Ain't no waiting in line. Ain't no waiting in line. We got to make sure that you going up and getting as many reps as you possibly can. More reps you
Very
get, the
fast.
more the scouts going to see you. And they're going to see your hunger and your desire in that too. Like you said, you might give up a play. So what? I'm back up, ready to get some more work. So you definitely hitting it on the head with that one, man. I'm telling you, that's a really good round. Thank you. That's good. Like I said, the
No
young kids
problem.
need to hear that when they get out to these camps and invest in themselves academically, invest in themselves physically, invest in themselves mentally. Like, you got to make sure that they're doing that, because if you don't do that, you miss one of them steps. Like you said, block that outside noise. Try not to end up messing around with dudes that ain't into what you into, or your goals not where their goals are. You know, you got to make sure you even kill with that. So, nah, Ja, you definitely hitting it on the head. Sheed, you in the building, man. You got a question for Ja? What you got? Talk to me.
Yeah. Just to kind of piggyback off what you said just now is how do you manage your friends who may not be on the same path and journey as you? Like they want to hang out, but you got workouts. You know, how do you have that conversation with your friends to say, nah, I can't chill right now. I gotta go handle this.
So my friends, they very supportive to the point where they wouldn't put me in a position that would harm me or my future or anything like that. So if I tell them I have practice, they'll be like, "All right, Ja, I'll see you another time," because they understand it. They understand it, and ever since they knew that I started, they wouldn't let me slack. Honestly,
Mm,
that's just the
good circle.
brotherhood we got at Central.
All right.
So
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
good
important.
circle. Yeah, that helps out. Having a good circle of people that understand the mission. Gotta
word.
understand the mission. Nah, I dig it. Dig that. Brandon, you got something you want to ask? What you got? You want to say it?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask the same question I asked before. Uh I got a ninth grade kid, and he's always working out, getting extra reps, going to extra practices. But his homeboy that he came to school with is not. What kind of advice could you give him to get his homeboy on track?
All right. So two things to get his homeboy on track. He gotta let him know the results of it. Like tell him how he's getting better. Show him the results of your work. You feel me? Once he see you getting better, he gonna want to hop on that wave too. But
Mm-hmm.
some guys aren't cut out for it. You can't let it because that's your man's slow you down. You can't stop. You gotta keep going with your man's or without him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost them.
Damn. Soon as it was
Yeah,
getting good.
I like this kid.
See,
I
I'm a
like this
see.
kid.
It would be nice. See, I guess like he said, he got the North South game coming up. He's in town for, he's still in high school right now. If he has time coming up, it'd be nice if I get him up one of the sessions. You got your DB joint.
Hmm.
Let you move him a little bit. As if he got the time. You hear me talking about doing baseball and outdoor.
Yeah, no,
Guys
we'll
are rough.
definitely lock in.
Yeah, and Coach Sheed is very, very good at what he does with his DB guys. You know what I mean? So I think when you do your DB sessions, it's like Wednesday night.
Wednesdays at 8,
I
Sundays
can't hear.
at,
I
I
can't
hear
hear
you.
none of y'all. Can I
Yeah,
leave
what
and
you?
come back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, DBs is Wednesdays at 8, Sundays at 1.
All right. So one of these days we'll probably bring him up there. You know what I'm saying? Hit the schedule. His pops is good. Hey, AB. I don't know who these dudes are, but they're phenomenal. You got these guys on Twitch, they posting up all these built words and stuff.
I was trying to cipher through, make sure they was all legit.
I'm back.
Hey. All right, cool. Yeah, like I was saying before, she does really good work with DBs. He does sessions on Sundays and Wednesdays. So one day, like I said, me, you, whatever, I'll connect y'all, whatever, Ace or Mark, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Set it up, get you guys to connect, man. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, man. Like I said,
problem.
I asked, you ain't even hesitate. You like, of course, man. You already know, man. You not get down with a DM. Like, yeah, I know. That's why I fuck with you. So you already know. But, I'm at to see what the color of those North-South uniforms are, so we can go ahead and tighten you up. Nice little custom DM here.
Say no more. Yeah.
You already know the vibe. Got these guys. Hey, they said I'm like the agent.
Hey.
I'm giving out NIL deals, so
Oh shit.
We're gonna throw it on, and we're gonna put it on. But I know I got another guy coming on. So again, Ja, much blessings, much respect. Keep grinding. You already know if you need us, I got you covered. Anybody else got something to ask him? Other than that, we're gonna let Ja get out. We'll go to the next guy, and we're gonna have a great show. Right?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, man, congratulations to the kid, man. Very, very well spoken. Very well spoken.
Oh, dope.
He hit that button. He hit that button quick as shit.
Listen, man, my guys the time limit. Like, I get out of here. So, I don't know if my next.
They said practice over at 8. It's 8:01. Shorty, go.
Listen, man, I know how to go. I don't know if our next guy is ready, or if he's in the back or not. No, all right, that's cool. So but again, it was interesting to get Ja on. I don't think nobody really would have known what the Ja. Oh, I got 930 for Jalen. All right, cool. So I don't think nobody really knows how like the story of Ja said. And that's a shout out again to North Central, Mark, his father, his moms, everybody. Ja was a young man. He played in the DM 7-on-7 program and known Ja when he was a young guy for a while. And if somebody would have asked you, is this going to be a kid that's going to be a highly heralded kid or all-stater or like that, you probably would have said, nah. I got a pitch I could have gave you, B. And, he kind of looks like a playing kid. You know what I mean? But staying active, that's what he would do. I never forget I had him in the 7-on-7. He played with my team. Then they check it out sheet. When my team was done, well, your coach, I can play with them. Like, no, you go ahead, sure. So, he just wanted to keep playing. So, I mean, you'll never stop a kid from doing that. And it wasn't even like in a malicious type of form. But we know that's kind of how it is in 7-on-7. Some guys will be like, nah, I'm shit to go. He's like, nah, those my friends. They all play together at Central. I just want to rock with them. So, nah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And we get back to rocking. So, but loyalty, that's why when he said, with those coaches of Monmouth and how long they've been there and like the way they made him feel, it makes sense. Because he's a loyal kid, he understands exactly what he wants. I should have asked him what his major was going to be. We know that thing going to change 3-4 times probably.
Yep.
What you thinking about, man? We rolling pretty well right now.
Yeah, I always got some question up my sleeve. I got the ace. Gonna be ready? Ready? All right. So let's talk about how would you handle the situation, Coach, Mr. Belichick Jr.
Thanos.
No, Belichick Jr. Belichick Jr.
Fill me up a cup. QB1's thirsty. Cooler back there. Oh, my bad. I thought you was the water boy.
Oh, don't you ever get tired of running your mouth?
What you know about being tired? I don't remember you being here when we were all trying out. And you weren't here during off season, 2-a-days, 7-on-7. You don't deserve to be here. And we all know it.
That's big talk coming from a guy who broke a sweat all practice. I mean, when's the last time you seen the gym? I mean, without somebody filming it for TikTok, that is.
So you think you can hang with me in the weight room?
Right here, right now.
How about you?
All right, Coach Shee. If so, let's say that you walked in toward the end of this. How do you handle that?
I don't. It's already been handled.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes you have to allow your kids to handle certain situations, even just not just your football kids, but just as a parent. Sometimes you have to let them use their problem solving skills. So this was this was handled, and on top of that, it was handled in a positive way. It wasn't like they were fighting and it was in a fist fight, and then I got to come break it up. It was handled in a positive way where it galvanized the whole team. So now the whole team is like, wow, they're in here working out, and it's gonna make them get closer because now now some new respect level. Like, you ain't been here, but I saw you hanging with me. I've been working. I ain't see you work, but I saw you hanging. So it brings a level of respect. So for me, I don't do anything. I just sit back and smile because it's gonna be a reflection of what I'm instilling in my kids, that they can handle situations in a positive way and then come together at the end.
I'm with that. Bro. Because I mean, you got to look at it. They, like you said, it didn't go left. You know, cool competitive conversation which happens in the kennel with all type dogs. You know, and then obviously, you know, you had a situation where he was like, "You got time? Let's go ahead. Let's see what it's at." You know, and like you said, that's something honestly you don't even really see that. So that was handled very, very well by the two guys, the kids, the whole nine. Like usually that kind of goes the other way.
Yep.
You know, trust me, I have had to put out a couple of fires, you know, in that type of world for stuff like that because people just, you know, don't have the mental capacity to understand what we're really talking about. That's what it really come down to.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Of course, sir. For somebody with your resume, that would, you know what I mean. That would be easy. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
man, goodness. Chill out. Yeah, nah. Like I said, you know, stuff like that is what you want, man. Trying to encourage guys to kind of build and stay together. I know one thing right now, man. Is like I said, it's March. And some guys, if you guys are like not locking in, man, please hurry up and lock in. Like you heard, she said he got his DB trainings out there, he got receiver trainings, they got O-line, D-line, linebacker, running back, or ball carrier training. Like it's so much stuff that's jumping off out here, man. You got to get into it, man. Like I said, I got stuff going on. Get into it. Don't make no excuses because you're making excuses now. All you're doing is making room for the biggest excuse you're gonna make in the end of why you didn't end up being better. You know, so but Ja did give a good point. When you guys do go to camps, you gotta make sure that you know the phone is on vibrate, but I got an iPad. I mean what's that? What you call this thing? MacBook. You tell me how to turn a MacBook
it
on.
Is. Oh, you should slide it. Just take it, slide it down, and turn the volume off.
On the MacBook?
Yeah, same as the phone, top right-hand corner. Take your finger, slide it down, like you putting the shades down.
Maybe.
And Jalen is here now.
All right, let's get to it. You already know. I can't hold up Hollywood. You feel me? Hollywood.
What's going on?
Hollywood is here. We gotta put Hollywood on. What they talking about? I ain't let him sit in the back that long. What we got? I got audio. I got videos of audio. Ooh. This is it right here. That's what
there you go.
That's what they get this scene live on the film. Look at that, live in Grayson down there, Grayson, Georgia, y'all.
There you go.
Oh baby, that's where they getting it in. I hope the kids see they highlighting him. The guy to show you where he at. He's making the plays. Y'all, listen, man. Y'all gotta know. I've been in tune with this young man, for a long time, man. Like, man, his father gave me my first high school coaching experience, man. I'm forever. That's cool. I'm forever like indebted to him, man. Like I tell him all the time, like, man, I owe you everything because he don't give me the start, man. I probably don't even get to be where I'm at with it. You feel me? But watching you, you know, you were the interesting one to me because I'm like, all right, I know what he doing with Trey. Got that all mapped out. Trey practicing with the high school boys early, getting active with it early. Like, okay, I see where this going to go. But then when you came on, I'm like, how is he gonna do this? How this gonna work? And then I seen the show, like everything, you know, from the physical training, the DB training, like
Yeah.
you gotta tell Trey it's his fault. He turned it up. He made Big turn it up 3 notches. MB3 turned it up 1,000 notches for you. Huh?
Yeah.
Good night, bro. You gotta tell Big Bro, like you can't be leaving me like that, man. Don't set me up. But like I said, man, congratulations to you, man. I'm proud of your growth. I'm proud of everything. And again, like sticking to the script, you know. But man, like I said, just big salutes to you. Let's give him the big screen, Big. Let's ask my buddy a couple of these questions. I sent you the questions earlier, JB. So you know, hopefully kind of got a little heads up on how I was gonna hit you with it. Now, I want everybody to understand, Brandon, and I think
What the fuck?
Yo, one shot. Anytime he curse, say one shot. All right, let's see. Okay. So I want you guys to understand, like when I say highly heralded, like highly heralded. I think JB got his offer early too. When was your first offer? Was it like your freshman or sophomore? Was it even 8th grade? Like when did you get your first offer?
That joint was in 8th grade.
Get what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all. It's a highly heralded cat. I got my red on. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you today.
Yeah.
You know I gotta wear purple sometimes too now. I'll hold me to it. Purple sometimes too. I'm rocking with you tonight. So again, I know you had your first one then, and then offers just left and right and left and right. Same question I asked Josh Sen, I want to ask you. What was your recruiting experience like? How'd you manage all of that type of like, you know, information coming at you, man? Talk to me about it.
I mean, you know, it started early on, you know, in the 8th grade, when I first moved down here, Loganville, Georgia. So, you know, with all the offers and stuff going on, you know, I got a good background, you know, my father, my brother to keep me humble. So it was like I couldn't really get to my head. So they was just always in my ear, like, yo, none of that stuff matter right now. It just what's in front of you. So, you know, I was just playing ball, doing me. And while that with me doing all that was just coming as I was, you know, having my success on the field. So, you know, it was just all a part of the process.
Right. I mean, hell, like you said, as soon as you got down there, I mean, your Little League career was crazy. You know what I mean? You went, got a couple natty out of that thing. Then you get down there, you get with Cam Newton. You out there, you doing things like, woof, man, like, what was, I ain't even got this question, but I just want to know that adjustment, Jersey to GA, like, how you handle that, man? That was a lot, or was it okay?
I'm gonna lie, at first it was like I could just left all my mans in Jersey. Like it was crazy. Like it was just like I gotta really grow up now because like I gotta really like lock in because I'm only here for one reason. That was just to play football. So, you know, that adjustment was like it was like I gotta mature fast and you know, seeing, you know, coming from Jersey and coming from Jersey now to transition to Georgia, it was just like the talent level, not the it's like it's the same, but like the exposure and stuff like that, how they have it down south is different. Like they main focus is football. Like it's year round, like spring ball for high school, you know, they ain't had that in Jersey. So spring ball for high school, 7-on-7 early in January, coming off the football season. You know, it was just year round. So it was just a football world when I got down here. So that transition was crazy. So it was just like I had to really adjust and grow it fast.
Okay. Because I know, you know, down in that area, I mean, my folks is down from Decatur, Georgia. So, you know, that's right in that little area. They get a little active over there. So, I know kind of get to it real quick. But like you said, having the big homie around, I know, you know, he'd be on everything. And then having your brother like I already know how that worked. Now, you was committed to LSU. Now, I thought you was going to be in the shoe, baby. I'm like, oh, yeah. This is right here, the tiger going crazy. You're gonna be in that purple and that yellow. I know how the family deal love on that purple and yellow.
That purple and gold.
This is gonna be crazy. Then you hit him with the switch up. Now you who does? So like, how'd you pick that Indiana, man? I just had to know, like, what happened with Indiana? Because I seen Indiana the year prior, barbecue chicken. DB was bad.
Yeah.
Bought a new coach from JMU, Coach Kurt. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Got some other guys in. Then I guess they felt like this year, you said they took it up a couple notches. Now they bringing Hollywood in. Do they know what they got, Hollywood? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
Well, that switch, LSU was always a dream school for me. I know I said it way back in Brick City, like I was going to go to LSU, like that was a dream. But it was just all God, So the LSU, their defensive staff changed, so they recruited me out of high school, which made it weird. So it was just like the communication was off and stuff like that. And me and my parents, we don't waste time, so it was just like it was gonna have to put that dream on hold. So after I decommitted from LSU. Indiana came, and at the same time I decommitted, they staff changed. Indiana staff changed, so that's when they got that winning coaching staff. So started doing background on the coach's background, and where he came from and all that. JMU winning seasons all over the place. Coaching with Nick Saban and all that, and all the coaches at Indiana, they was just talking to me heavy. Talking to my parents heavy. Checking up on us every day, building a relationship. So and that's how that came about, man. Just building that relationship, and now I'm in Hoosier Nation now. So thank God.
Telling you, I know you've been there already. I don't know if you're probably home on spring break right now. So probably the month and a half or 2 months you've been there, it's crazy. I went to a game. They get active. That fan base is really crazy. You're gonna have a great time out there, man. Again, let's get on that 7-on-7 experience. I know, like I said, playing with Cam Newton, man. And then you had some dogs. Travis Hunter, I believe, is still floating around this time. Yes, it's a real live kennel over there. So, like that 7-on-7 experience, man. Like I know, again, your pops, your brother, again, they have a standard. I know that. Now you get with CN1 or C1N, like that's another standard. Like I just want to know, what would you say how that experience collectively prepared you for where you at right now?
I ain't gonna lie, that joint was a movie because it was like my coach is Cam Newton, like, and he's traveling with us every single where we go. Like he getting B&Bs for us when we travel, or he getting food for us. I'm like, yo, I'm really with this man. Like I'm really with
Really,
one of the
Cam Newton.
greatest. And at the same time, I'm hooping and he's respecting it. So it was just like, it was a dream come true. I ain't gonna lie. It was like, I'm living every kid's dream. So I was just taking it all in, just playing my game at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, football is football. So, them 7-on-7 tournaments or them practices, I'm just playing football out there competing. You know what I'm saying? Got to represent Jersey. So, I'm just having a chip on my shoulder trying to represent.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm talking about, let's see, got 2 more for you. One, I'm gonna ask you, obviously, what I like to ask all of the guys is obviously you again have transitioned high level little league, high level high school, high level 7-on-7, high level college right now. You got young guys, they follow your network. We all kind of know a lot of the same little bros. What would you tell them little bros, the 8th graders that's about to step themselves into high school? What would be your advice to those guys?
If their dream really is to go all the way, they got to surround themselves with people that with the same dream. They can't surround themselves with their homeboys that don't want don't want to work, or just want to hang out all day. You know what I'm saying? If you really got a goal, you really got to work towards it every single day. Like no matter how small it is, how big it is, your goal got to be the goal. Like you got to set priorities for yourself. Like you can't go out here partying, drinking, smoking every day, and you got a goal talking about you going to go all the way to the league, but you're not acting like it. So you just got to act like a pro all the way till you get there. So just like keeping your mind on the goal, like just can't get off track.
I like that. You want to be a pro? Act like a pro now.
Act like a pro.
Activating it later. Now I like that. That's a good job. I need that. Now the last one. This one gonna be interesting because I love the family. So I gotta ask this one. Like I know it's like somebody probably feel like they're the best DB in the house. I don't even know.
They know it's me, so it don't even matter. Like they know what it is. They already know what it is.
Oh, we got a question here. Dennis Holmes wants to know who was the toughest player you went against?
Travis Hunter. Easy. I went against him, Travis Hunter, playoffs in my freshman year in high school. So at the same time, he was wilding that time. Like he was just going crazy in high school during that time. That's the same year he won a state championship. So going towards that week, I'm overly locked in. I'm like, I'm about to face Travis Hunter, man to man, and they trust me. So I'm like, I'm gonna just go play ball. I ain't scared of nobody. So I just gotta go against him. It's all love at the end of the day. But yeah, that was the toughest player I would ever win against.
That's what I'm talking about. Now here's the question. What was it like growing up with a brother and a dad that knew they stuff about being a DB? Like, was it tough or did it seem like, regular?
early on, I ain't gonna lie, like before I was really devoted and committed to like this dream I got right now, it was like, dad, like they own me every day. Like I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, sheesh. But at the same time, it
Uh-huh.
was just like I get it. Cause it got me where I am today. So, for them
Sure.
being hard on me early, it led me to being the person I am today. So everything I do, I treat it like a pro. So I'm not never slacking because of them. Like I always got them in the back of my mind, like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like you should do this, you should do that. Like they just in the back of my mind. Like I just got their voices in the back of my mind, like lock in
Right.
right now. So for them being coaches is just like it gave me a big leap on the game. Like I feel like I'm ahead of everybody because all we talk is football. All we talk is football, and like no better way to have it. Cause I feel like my IQ is like different. Like nobody else like knows the game as much as me. So for us talking
Mm-hmm.
football every day and makes college football easy because I know the formations they run, I know what coverages to run, I know the motion adjustments, so everything just
Mm-hmm.
comes natural now to me.
Understanding the lingo and the words they're trying to give you, you kind of can regurgitate that like with no problems. Now I
Easy.
can't let this show go out, and I don't speak to the queens. You the baby boy, but I know you got two of them baby. You got the queens, and they got mom and sis in the building too.
Hmm.
So now everybody is hitting it out the park. I know your sister Dynamite, right? Did she
Yeah.
like? She's a nurse or doctor, I think, right now. Whatever. I
Now
saw
she
my.
got a big little job in Washington D.C. She just got that job, so shout out to her.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So the standard is high. Standard is high, Hollywood. But
Hmm.
I know you're gonna be able to get it done, man. One day at a time. Lock in, stack the good days, manage that schedule. And even though you already kind of know how to do that, managing that schedule, you're gonna pretty much be like, I'm just proud of you, man. I know mom's and dad big proud of you, man. It's just like you said, did you live in the dream? So just keep on living that thing. That dream gonna come right too, bro. Word is born. Let's see if the other guy. Let's see, Brandon, you on the line? She on the line? She.
Yeah. So I gotta.
Yeah, hold. Get it right. Let me get it right. This is my guy, Hollywood. All right, make sure you know. Everybody know who it is. Go ahead. I love this kid. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
So, in the house with coaches and other athletes, and all y'all talking sports, does it get to be a lot sometimes? And if so, how do you take a break from all of the sports talk?
When I was younger, I thought it was a lot. Like I was just like, because when I was younger, my mom was really committed to all that, all the dream they talking, all the sports they talking. I was just like, "Dad, I'm just trying to be a regular kid. Like I'm just trying to like chill some of the time. Like, I like football, but like, you know what I'm saying? They putting a lot on me. But as I grew up, I understood it, and now it makes more sense to me now because they were just trying to get on me early, which led me to the person I am today. So it used to be hard. I used to think it was like really annoying at one time, but now that I understand I'm in a position to make a lot of money and feed my family, I really am devoted to this dream and this goal I got. So, with them being coaches is a blessing for me.
Yo, man, I was recruiting this guy, and they upped and moved to Georgia. I'm like, yo, dog, this is crazy. This is crazy. But I want to, we talk about transitions. I want to know, you touched on it a little bit, but how was it transitioning and earning your respect with your peers? I know how it is being a kid from up north going down south to play football, where football is everything. So, how did you go about earning your respect from your peers, your teammates, that sort of thing?
Well, going into it, I wasn't really much of a talker. I was just letting the game talk. So, I work hard in times. I wouldn't talk to nobody. When I first got down here, I didn't make no friends. I was just like, I got one thing to accomplish, and I'm just trying to play ball. And, I could just have my head down, tunnel vision, and they threw me out there as an eighth grader in spring practice with Grayson. And during that time, they just came off a state championship win. So I'm just like, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just locked in. I'm just like, I'm just playing ball, and I'm just doing me. So I was like a 4 or 3 around that time, and I wasn't worried about how many reps I had. I was just making the reps count. So whenever I go out there, I was just giving it my all. So coaches saw that little stuff. They saw I was running to the ball, communicating all that. It was like, oh yeah, we straight. Like we might as well just bump him up, which being the starter on varsity for 4 years. So I was just playing ball, just doing me.
No
No,
doubt,
that's
no
dope.
doubt. Al Pettit asked a question saying, who are your favorite corners right now? Who are some of your favorite corners? That's the question.
some favorite corners. I got Mike Sanders still, Jair Alexander, Jalen Petrie. You know, small, not small guys, but like guys my size and inside the inside slot corner or outside. You know, guys that are twitchy, guys that are physical on the perimeter, and guys that have relentless effort. So you know, just guys that look like me, that play like me. I just watch guys and watch their technique and what they see in the game.
Student of the game, y'all. Told y'all. It's a crazy household over there. This is what you get when you got high level, and they just preaching and teaching. But nah, listen, Hollywood, again, I appreciate you for giving me some time, man, getting on here. I know you got a crazy busy schedule, man. I'm glad that you are rocking it. Dennis want to know what's the IG for problem, I believe, is the IG, right, Hollywood?
Problem _ yeah.
Yep. Y'all can follow him on Instagram as for problem _ man. He is, again, one of the guys that has been around. If you know, you know. You feel me? If you know, you know, man. We're putting in some good work, some good days. I'm expecting to see some good stuff. Like I said, I'm wearing my red when I'm over there. I'm going to be wearing my purple when I'm over what you know. And I got to wear orange. I'm being a Big Ten a lot, look like. You feel me? That's why I had to retire from coach. I'm being a Big Ten a lot, hanging out. But now, look, again, Jay, thanks for pulling up to the show, man. I appreciate you. If you got anything you want to close out with, go ahead, man. It's your world.
You know what I'm saying? Just the people, the kids I watch, man, just treat everything like a pro. That's all I can say, man. And just keep your main priorities the main priorities, and don't get off track. Don't hang around the wrong people. Hang around the right people.
See, that sound like get right or get left. That's what I'm talking about.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Jay, again, thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. Anything you need from me, you already know we be in contact. You know what I'm saying? I'll shoot you some stuff, you know, some mental knowledge. You can shoot me some mental knowledge. We're going to be rocking and rolling. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
all
sir.
right.
All right, love.
Great show already. I'm dying. You're going to pull up into the show, man. These high-level athletes. Come on. You see this? Can't get this nowhere else. So, again, parents, kids, listening to what these guys are saying. Investing in themselves and having parents invest in them. That's two people I had with two good parents that put some time into them, put them in position, training sessions and stuff. I meant to probably talk about that with JB about how they used to have them working out early and then late sometimes. So it's just these little things, planting the seeds. Like I love what he was saying, like think like a pro, train like a pro, act like a pro. That's your goal. That's what you should be doing. And then he's doing that. So, and making the main thing. I love that part too, man. You know, the fact that he's speaking. And again, he's in the mix right now. He's already in spring ball right now in Indiana. You seen the picture again. He's out there with number 3 on. You ain't wearing number 3 unless you somebody. You feel me? So big shout out to him, and you know, with his future coming up, we'll definitely be making some games. I'm telling you, Sheed. I mean, you go ahead out there and coach again if you want, but if you don't, I got room. You know what I mean? We can pull up. Yo, we got tickets. I got tickets. You feel me? I mean, I know you know people. You know what I'm saying? I know people. You know, so we can pull up. You feel me? That's all love. What we got? I got some time. My man Salam. He always calling the kids nuggets. Always calling little kids nuggets, man. Crazy. But you know, now shout out to you, Salam, man, and shout out to your son. He's got big things coming up. You know what I mean? Committed recently, so that's what's up. That's live. That's love. But trying to think, how do I want to spin this? I know I got my next one coming on at 10. Give me 10 minutes. Should I touch on the Anthony Mackie now, fellas, or should I wait on it? Well, why
Look at
not?
B. Look at B. Yo, B funny. Yo, y'all funny, man.
You want me to customize the fly? You know, DM could do that too. I can hook you up with a sheet, bang, boom, bang. But we're here to talk about this right here. Big blessings and appreciation to Center Court Club and Sports for allowing me to work with them and bring the DM program into that place. We are rocking at 14 Depot Square in Montclair, New Jersey. As you can see, we have about 5 sessions left. Our next one is going to be on Wednesday. So again, at 7:30 to 9. That's an indoor turf facility. Please bring cleats. Please bring water. Please bring your sneakers because we are going to be ripping and we're going to be running. All right. So we want to actually evolve that this week. So make sure if you can get there, get there. Again, it's a very, really good space to be in. All right. And again, this is only 2 days a week. I don't know where the engineer went, but Sheet, I cannot not give my guy his flowers. Like I know he said, he's got DB training on Sundays. He's got DB training on Wednesdays. He's got the receiver training on Fridays. I know he does the youth training, and I shall give the floor to my guy. Do your thing.
Yeah, we do the sports performance with the youth level Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We also have for the high school and college guys, combine training as well for those guys.
Yo, one shot.
I think we had 2 shots now. We also have the high school college guy combine training, so we know all those college campuses coming up. So we have specific training with that, with your form, your technique, get ready for the camps. And then, like I said, we have all the positional training: offensive line, defensive line, tight end, quarterback. Well, with Coach Medee. O-line with Coach Sameh McDonald, a Rutgers alumni. Tight end training with Dustin Grant. He's a Lehigh alumni. We have our D-line training with Jay Alford. He is a Super Bowl champ for the New York Giants. So we got a lot of things moving and shaking at Pro Edge. We also have the ball carrying stuff with Coach Rashard White. He's a Teaneck High School legend. They used to call him Bullet. So you're getting quality training from everybody. And like I said, if you're in this area and you want some good work, we got everything you need in that spot.
And that's what I'm talking about. Again, don't make no excuses.
You got 2 places to go. Either one or both.
One is in Essex County, one is in Passaic County. And to tell you, I'll be over there too. I get kids over there too. So this is not a one-sided type of thing, all right? For my people I know that's in like Central Jersey, I think I know a couple of brothers named Smitty and Coach Clark Code, Next Level Culture. They kind of got stuff kind of brewing down there. Nice young guys. They doing some good things, okay? I'll give you the best information I could possibly give you with people that I know. That's all I can say. I can't give you no good information on people if I don't know them, all right? So, but if I'm giving you somewhere, trust the process. Some good people, okay? I do my homework on guys, okay? You ain't doing right by a kid, you're not working that kid, involving that, helping that kid improve. I can't stamp you. I can't put my name on that. But I can stamp Pro Edge, I can stamp DM, I can stamp those 2 young guys, like I said, I mentioned that's down there at Next Level Culture. But now, the next thing, AB, if you can, I see you got the switches and stuff moving like look like Bruce Lee in here. If you can, go ahead and put that college tour up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just this one click and slide. And we're going to be bing, boom, pow. There it is. See? I done told you, baby, calm down, big dog. You in here with the ace. So, again, what you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, is by far one of the best things around. I cannot stress the fact that what you see right here is by far one of the best investments in the month of June, right here. What we're going to do is we're going to be getting a bus. It's 40 slots available, okay? They're going fast. The deadline to pick up a slot is going to be on May 1st, okay? So after May 1st, if I have space available, I'll open up for individual trips. But right now we're offering the whole package, $450 is 4 one-day trips. What we're going to do, we meet up at a centralized location. We get on a bus. We're going to go to that school. We're going to camp for over about 30 coaches on that day. So when we go to Syracuse, it's not just the Syracuse coaches. It's going to probably be Buffalo. It's going to probably be Southern Connecticut. It's going to probably be whoever's in that area. That's pretty much how it works. Who's ever in the area of that college, those guys are going to be there as well. When we go to Penn State, same type of thing. Lehigh, East Stroudsburg, Lock Haven, those guys are going to be at that camp. So we're not trying to go to impress a Penn State. We're going there to try to impress everybody that has an opportunity for your kid. That's what this is about. So we get up, we meet at the centralized location, we get to the camp, we will pay a discounted price. Mama has already reached back out to us with a price. Their camp fee is only going to cost us $40. Maryland gave us wants the number. Want to make sure I give them an accurate number, how many people is coming, so you give me an accurate discounted price on that camp. So again, I'm waiting for Penn State and we're waiting for Syracuse to get back to me. But again, we are going to get out there. We're going to pay a discounted price at the camp. We're going to go out there, compete. Like you heard Jocelyn said, you're not going, if you go one time, you're wasting your own money. You're wasting your own parents' money. You need to make sure you're in the first of the line. You're going as many times as possible, trying to get your money's worth out of that camp. And then you're going to make sure that after we finish the camp, we're going to talk to coaches, might get a college tour, depends on how they offer the time. And then we're going to come back home that night and we'll do that for 4 visits. Some people might say, well, I can drive to those places myself. You very much can drive to those places yourself. But 4 times on those trips will cost you about $4.50 in gas alone. If you live in somewhere in New Jersey, Syracuse is a 3-hour ride. That's a full tank going and coming. Same thing with Penn State. That's 3 hours going and coming. So you're going to pretty much pay what I'm going to offer you to just sit on the bus, kick your feet up, get you a nice little thing of water, and enjoy the show. So, and also, stuff that you'll have access to is this thing right here. This is the thing that you can't pay, your money can't buy, all right? And there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be able to tell your kid about what he need to do, how he need to conduct himself, how did he introduce himself to guys. There's just a lot of things that I know you probably do at home, but you need an extra voice to hit his ear. He can do it with a person. So that's how that works. Again, as you can see at the bottom, it is 40 slots available. These are the ways that you can pay me. So you can go ahead and reach out, do one of those type of setups. Right there, I'll let you know what you need to bring to the camp. Always tell the guys to bring a nice little lunch box. We'll be gone for a whole day. So, we might be able to stop the bus. We might not. But again, this is, something that you really should invest in. Freshmen, sophomores, definitely juniors. Get your behind on the bus. This is where you need to be. And again, like I said, it's something I've been doing for about 8 years now. And I've seen the success in every year that I've done it. So I want to make sure that I'm continuing to keep that success. Shout out to Coach Mark. He's been on the tour. He said he's bringing some guys from Central on the tour. That's going to be amazing. I just want to know, your coaches are working, but you got to do some work too. And this is what that is doing. That's you doing some work for yourself. And that's pretty much all I got to say on that. I didn't want to talk long, but I definitely wanted to stress the fact of, even if you don't get on this, get to a college. Okay, like that's one thing I'm also wanted to say. Sometimes I know you told me before, the colleges will be coming to DePaul and doing some workouts. Well, not workout, but observing kids. You know what I'm saying? Checking kids out. And I know they're going to do the same thing as some of the other schools that I represent. Like I do that now, right, Sheik? So, it's just how that works. But again, that's a glimpse. Give yourself a fighting chance. Get yourself out to some camps. I also believe Fairleigh Dickinson has a mega camp. It's going to be on like the 3rd of June. At Fairleigh Dickinson, they have over like 50 colleges there. Pull up to that. Just get yourself a fighting chance if you want to get to that next level. You don't want to get to the next level, you just talking it. Well, all right. But I tell you what, if you're not locking in with guys like myself and she in this off-season training, you're going to get here and it's probably not going to be a good look. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I'm keeping it all the way 100 with you. So you might want to make sure you do what you got to do. B, what you got on the mind, man?
So a lot of these camps be like money grabs, $300-$400. Like, how does your camp tour set apart from everybody else? How did you make yours stand out and be different from everybody else? He always trying to run out the room and shit. Like it's crazy. But how do you make?
You're not addressing me, so I like to give people the floor. You know what I mean? My bad, man.
No. But like, cause $450 is not a lot when you look at it. You got 4 camps, but $450 is a lot of money right now. You know what I mean? And then we got to get there. We got to pay for our own camps. Kids got to bring their own lunch, things like that. So how do you make DM camp tour stand out apart from everybody else?
So obviously, I mean, heard you say like money grabs, right? So some of those money grabs you see be those camps where there are no colleges present. So you're working out and you're hoping that someone sends a word to a college and say, hey, he's a good kid. You just might go check him out. Then you got some colleges who have some setups where it's $150, $200 to go to a showcase, right? And you'll go to that showcase and they're saying they're going to evaluate you. And you're going to be like, well, those are money grabs, in my opinion, okay? This right here, this is not a money grab. All I'm really doing is this. I'm going to Tyshawn says, I know kids that pay $500 for 7 on 7 with no exposure. Baby, he said it, I didn't, but I love him for it. So one of those things where I put it like this. You heard me lead with wear and tear on the vehicle. That's what this is. This takes away the fact that where you may think you know what to do and where to go, you don't have to. And all I really did was save your vehicle some time. That's the first thing I did. I saved your vehicle. The second thing that I did was I gave him the type of knowledge. If anybody wants to go back, check the DM 258, DM Football 258 on Instagram. You can check Driven Minds, and you'll see nothing. I'm sorry, but just good athletes, guys going to college, guys doing big things, because we've been around doing this for a while. So there's a good relationship between me and college coaches that we can talk, and I can be blunt honest, and I can say that this kid is a good kid, this kid is a project, this kid is that. Mom and dad, you don't have that. You don't know that college coach. So there's another aspect to getting on this bus with DM than coming by yourself. And then again, it's going to be a lot of kids at these camps, all right? I said it's going to be 30 schools. It's going to be about 200 kids or more at a camp. I've been to Penn State camp. It's about 400 kids at the Penn State camp, all right? So you probably would say, well, how can I get looked at by 400 kids, right? 400 kids, and everybody's getting out of there, 1 car, 2 car. And I got this big charter bus rolling up. And we just getting out the bus.
Hold on, wait, time out.
Talk about
Was that the door? Was that the door opening up on the bus?
Hey man. You when the bus pull up, everybody turn around. Oh, who's this? Gotta be somebody getting off that bus.
You can't make this up.
40 feet taking over the show. From the time the cars pull up, like off the rip, we done impress the coach. Off the rip, there's 40 of us on this bus. What we doing? You got the money? We came for the money. And so again, that's like I said, some of the reasons why I speak so highly of this. I believe that this is not a money grab. Again, a charter bus costs money. You can do the research yourself. At the end of the day, to get you to go to that school and back. You don't, and again, every day is on a Saturday or Sunday, so you're not even missing no school. And I know Jones is done a time when guys taking finals. We're not even worried about missing no time studying that night before for the finals. We right here, we going and we coming right back home. So you got to understand that when you're dealing with the situation where, again, like I said, 40 kids mean I might pay a certain price because we got 40 people. We strengthen numbers. You go by yourself, you got to pay the price, the whole price. So
what if I want to go with my kid?
Well, if you want to go with your kid, we had a couple of options. One option is if there's room on the bus, I invite every parent to get on that bus. I really do. Obviously, I don't have 40 extra seats. Okay, so it's a first come, first serve when it comes to that part of the game. Some of these trips are, they're kind of short. Like mine was a short run. Maybe you still want to drive. Follow the bus. I can't stop that, But as far as getting the parent on the bus, I invite them. I love them to be there to kind of help with, the whole process of getting these kids out. But I just want to make sure that obviously we have the room for the kids first. We got to see what the space looks like. And then that's how you can get on the bus. But if there's no space, then, at the end of the day, if you want, I can find you a van and a driver. It may not cost you a lot, May not cost you a little, but it's gonna cost you. But again, I just kind of think where priority is a priority, and that's the kid. I want to make sure the kid is in front of the coaches, talking to these guys, working hard in front of these coaches. Like you heard me say, I gave Jocelyn those cleat covers that was neon green. I gave him those at the DM camp, so that way every time he was running routes, it was an eye catcher. It was an eye catcher. You always seen when he kept coming up the reps and reps and reps, whether, like he said, whether he won or whether he lost, it was an eye seer. So now coaches are constantly looking. Who's the kid with the neon cleats? Who's the kid with the neon gloves? Who's the kid with the neon head? So because he's grabbing the attention just by apparel, that just eliminated. I told you it's like 400. Well, shoot, now we ain't looking at 400. We're looking at the kid with the bright stuff. He got to play good if he wearing all that bright stuff. And then he goes and he plays good. Oh, snap. I need to talk to him after this camp is over. And that's kind of how it starts. It just really starts like that. So, but I couldn't agree more with Mr. Tyshawn. Some people pay $450 for less. That's sad.
As my man Ron say, got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful. be more careful. You feel me? Is I got my next guest in the room yet, or
yes?
Oh yes. Okay. Well, if she's on, we can bring her in. It is Women's History Month. All right, and I would be it would be wrong of me to not get at least one young lady to be on this beautiful show of mine called The Coach Con. There she is, with another tattoo that it looks like, I'm just shut up.
Not too much, okay? It's fine.
She, pray for me. She, I'm just trying to be a good mentor. I really do. I'm just doing my best.
It's okay. I'm still doing what I have to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and my one only Mariah Perez is in the building.
Hello.
Do we have any pictures of this girl? She's got pictures in the back of her, and she must be. She must be in mommy's house. Got her. Throwback.
No.
Hey, look at that girl. That's my baby. That's my baby. I got DM shirt on. Yeah, that's my baby. Okay, yeah, I had to do that quick embarrassment since you want to keep putting ink on. So anyway, my girl, Mariah, introduce yourself, young lady, please.
Well, my name is Mariah Perez. I played for the University of Dayton for 5 years. Played on the national team for Puerto Rico for about, I'll say 2 years. Was able to attend the Olympics this past summer. And yes, I'm a professional basketball player. I played in Turkey.
Professional basketball player. Ladies, I'm going to clap that up. Boy, it has been a ride with this one, y'all. Okay, but she's my heart. She has my heart, so it is what it is. Got a couple questions to ask you, obviously, because I want people to kind of see what it's like, and when I didn't put up here, I'm gonna ask you later on, though. Okay, so the first question was, obviously playing basketball, and I don't know when your first offer, second offer, when that happened or whatever, but what was high school recruitment like for you?
It was exciting, also intense. I got my first offer definitely in 8th grade, at the end of 8th grade. So that was exciting. I mean, it's a surreal moment, honestly, like having so many college coaches, talk to me and say and show how much they're interested. I enjoyed every bit of the moment. If I could, go back, I would. But it was good. I mean, they weren't too overwhelming, but it was good.
And like you said, you had college coaches coming in your house. A lot of that happening. Coaches at your games, and I know that was interesting.
I mean, I never thought when I first started playing basketball, I didn't know how far I could take it. So and then I also was new to the basketball community and my family too. So once I started to like really understand and like, oh, I could take this serious, I can go to college for free. I was like, okay, now I take it a step further, and I was like, oh, I can actually become a professional basketball player and make money. So once I realized what the ball could do for me. I just, rode with it, fell in love with it each day, and fell in love with the grinds.
All right, all
Yes.
right. Question: position. What position you playing?
I play center. I mean, I want to be like a little forward, but I play center.
Yeah, that 15-footer must not be working like I said it should be working. But anyway,
First of all, it does. I don't know what you're saying.
oh Lord, I mean you're a
Okay.
professional now, so I can't
Yes.
even on the game no more. But
Look,
like you
look,
said,
look.
you had a lot of schools coming after you, like from 8th grade until you graduated from high school, right? And
Yeah.
I know the couple of the schools that you had in the living room, from
Mm-hmm.
LSU to Rutgers. Dayton was in the building. I know you had
Mm-hmm.
some love at Virginia Tech. I mean, I
Yes.
just have to ask on the air, how and why did you pick Dayton University?
Okay. I mean, the main reason I really picked Dayton University was because of the family atmosphere. So leaving high school, going into college, you're leaving your family. So I wanted to enter a space where, it gave family atmosphere, where the coaches were as one with the players, and especially like when I had my official visit at Dayton, I could just feel how the players loved each other, and like how I could see myself going into that school. So I mean, it really was family. I mean,
Mm.
I love basketball, but I feel like if I'm gonna leave my family, I want to enter into another family so I can
And I'm
feel
quite sure.
comfortable.
I'm quite sure that worked out well for you. Like I said, you had a lot of great teammates that you're still great
Yes.
friends with right now. And then
Yes.
obviously getting to date and having to meet some other young ladies. So no, I
Mhm.
get it. I get it. Even I wanted something else, but whatever. Don't matter what
Mhm.
I want. I wanted
Yeah,
something
you
else.
want. I know. We all know what you wanted. You was very vocal about that.
Right. Right. Whatever. We talk about it right now. I want to bring up no pain. Okay. But now, now interestingly enough, your high school career was crazy. What, 1,000 points, I believe, 1,000
Yes.
rebounds, right? Like
Yes.
took a lot of work for that. So
Hmm.
I want to know, and especially with me talking to high school kids right now, you know me, I'm always around young men and women. I want them to understand how important the off season was. So what
Hmm.
was your off season training like? What was it like then? And then if you can, like tell me what it's like now, like what it being professional.
I
What's that?
mean, it's still intense. Like you actually have to go 10 times harder in the off season, because like that's when the off season helps you. You don't want people to be like, oh, she's the same person or same player she was the year before that. You want new skills because people like h- co- coaches, they recruit. I mean, how can I say this? Coaches like how can I explain it? They teach their players how to guard certain players. So it's like, okay, once you figure out how to master somebody and guarding them, you have to figure out another way. Oh, look, you have to figure out another way. Like you have to elevate your skills, if that makes sense. Like, cause you
Mm-hmm.
never want to be guardable. So it's like, okay, basketball, you can unlock so many things. So it's like, you just work on it. So I just think the off season was like, the off season was extremely hard. Nothing in this life is going to be easy. So it's like, you just have to, put your mind to it, fall in love with the game, fall in love
Mm-hmm.
with conditioning. I mean, I
Mm.
had
All
some times where I was like, I hated it. You put me through a lot of stuff I did not like, but it worked out. It helped me became the person I am today. So
Brandon, I try to be a little unorthodox with Mariah. Obviously, I'm a whole football guy, and Mariah is a whole basketball queen, right? So it was interesting when our relationship got together because I was like, well, I don't really know how, but I know how. So we're gonna do some damage and
I
with
want to
some
say
hot
you knew how.
we had some hot summers, some late nights.
Hmm.
It was definitely, a big thing. Shout out to your mother. Your mother was, the number one. She made sure it all went down. And then, of course, if you went left, then we had to slide you back to the right. So it was
Yeah.
always a beautiful thing to have her around. I think she's playing the background, right? So I love big hearts. So anyway, but I noticed that with Mariah, when you challenge her in certain manners of telling her what she cannot do, she
Hmm.
tries to go 10 times harder at proving you wrong. Okay? So it was a beautiful love-hate relationship. I think we will both agree to having for me and this young lady that we still have. Okay, so I can't go to Mariah games. I start yelling from the stands and stuff like it.
Oh, what? You would
I'm
think
recording.
it'd be the coach. He's yelling louder than the coach on the bench. Like, how does that make sense?
I'm just saying, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay. But now something happened recently, and obviously, I don't know if it was bigger than your wildest dreams. It was definitely bigger than my wildest dreams. Playing in Puerto Rico was cool. I remember you had done that when you was younger too. So I was like, all right, that's cool. And you get some experience, you go out there right there. But
Mhm.
like, Viva la France. We are an Olympian. Viva la France. What was that
Yes.
Olympic experience? I mean, first of all, have you ever even been like
No, it
Paris?
was my first time. No, it was my first time overseas. It's my first time
Ah,
overseas, first time in Paris, first time everywhere.
wow.
When it came to Europe. But it was, oh my God, like it's a moment. Like I never, if you were asked me a year prior to that, I would be like, no, are you crazy? But
Mm.
I mean, it's amazing. Like I got to see so many. I got to see LeBron James. I like that's so cool. Like I know, like cool. But then I also got to play on the same court as LeBron James. Like what? That's
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
So when you think about it like that, and you think about like, how many little kids are looking up at you. So it's like, wow, like I don't even know. It's hard to put into words. It's like you just have to feel it.
Yeah.
And then being on that boat, representing, a country that my family is born and raised from. So it was like, wow, like, and then seeing all the support I had, I was just like, I don't know, it was,
Had to be
I
crazy.
don't know, you can't really put it into words. I'm just grateful, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's my word, grateful, because like not a lot of people is able to get this opportunity. There were people that weren't able to make the team, so it's like I'm just grateful that the coaches picked me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful that I had a great support system that helped me get to that point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's
Yeah, this is
just
great.
amazing. Literally
Yeah.
grateful. I just try to take in every moment.
Yeah, now that was like I said, I never we always talk. Yeah, probably get to the WNBA if we're good enough, hopefully play ball overseas. Yeah, that'd be cool too. Like especially with the Puerto Rico team. All right, cool. But when it
Hmm.
was like if she's selected, I'm like,
Yeah.
who? Somebody
Not
they
too
do their
much.
homework. Somebody they do their homework. I need to be coaching on that team so I can get her to move, run, jump. Because I
Oh
swear,
boy.
anyway, but I loved it. I was over
Hmm.
here bragging, telling everybody, yeah, it's on this time. Make sure your
Hmm.
TV is set up, all right? But like I said, and I know that right there, obviously, I'm guessing, since you got a taste of it, you want it again, right?
Yes.
So I'm quite sure,
Yes.
good. I'm quite sure that you want
Yes.
to do that again because I mean,
Hmm.
obviously, you have the potential. You're young enough, make sure that you like Jalen Bell said earlier, you're thinking like a pro, training like a pro. You are a pro, so that's where
Hmm.
you at right now. Praying for your recovery. I want that to happen quick, so I go ahead and
Yes.
get the get the bat out again. But
I
you
know,
already
I
know.
know, I know.
But now I have to get to my last question, of course.
Hmm.
That's the easy one though. But the last question is, and obviously you talked about being new to the basketball community and everything. So what would you tell your eighth grade self, now? Like knowing what you know now, what would you tell your eighth grade self about how to be either better or just prepared for right now?
Okay. Um, I mean, I tell my eighth grade self that it's not gonna be easy at like because
Mm,
at first I was like, oh, I'm just tall, people are gonna want me, but it's more than that, honestly. So it's just like just stick with it. Like you're gonna have a lot of humps. Like I didn't play a lot the first few years of dating, but it's okay because I stuck with the process. I stuck true to I stayed true to myself. I stayed true to my teammates. I was never ever a bad teammate, no matter what I was going through, and that just helped me, you know, become a better player, but also a better person. So just stick with the process. I'll tell myself because my journey has been up and down, had a lot of roller coasters. So just stick with the process. And yeah, because yeah, I just that's what I would tell myself. But I'll tell myself I'll tell that to myself, but also to anybody that plays any type of sports or just life. Just stick with the process because not everything is gonna be not everything's gonna be perfect. But if you stick with it and you stay true to yourself and stay true to who you truly are and to your morals and values, God God will guide you through everything else.
Right. No more. I see you have like, obviously talk about me, you talk about mommy a lot, right? You know,
Hmm.
Jen. Don't forget Jen, talk about big arts.
Yes.
I had Jay Bell on. He talked about his mother's father, you know, brothers, sisters, and people with circles. You know, we had Jocelyn on there earlier. He talked about a circle. You know, again, I didn't have this on, but I want to know because you are still good friends with some of your girls from North Tech. You know,
Yes.
what was it like to get the circles? You know, the Biancas in them, like those circles. How important was those circles to your growth, your success? Like you said, you had spies, those. To
Hmm.
tell people how important it is to have a really good circle.
I mean, I feel like just like how everybody says, when you raise a child, it takes a village. That never goes away, especially when you invite, like when you meet true friends, like
Mm-hmm.
they help you like when you're on your lowest, because like only the close people that really know when you're down, even when you try to hide it. So, and when you have true friends around you, when you have true, family members that love you and that support you, they're gonna bring you up without you really noticing it. Like even when you
Okay.
have like a little drop, they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna bring you back up." So I think it's extremely important to surround yourself around good people, but also to surround yourself around good people because when things aren't gonna go your way, they have your back. So it's like,
Mhm.
if it wasn't for the people that I have, like you, my mom, Jay, all my close friends, even like from North Tech, like and from
Mhm.
college, I just feel like be as I wouldn't be as strong as I am now because I do lean on them. I did lean on them. So it's okay to lean on someone that you love because they have your back.
Yeah, damn right. You better
Mhm.
lean because you don't lean, on straighten you up. But
I know.
that's right. Like, so just for the record, everybody know I'm very overprotective of this baby
Yes.
right here. Okay,
Yes.
it's my baby. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell y'all, though, she got some brothers like on like this football squad. They ain't gotta worry about me. They big, strong. You probably still talk to Feston, Leam, and all of them dudes like that. Byron. I'm telling y'all, she got some brothers around here.
I
And she
still
got
talk
real
to
brothers
Byron.
too. She got real brothers too. Now we don't play
I
behind our
do.
Mimi. Okay. Let's see. I want to say Mimi, right? Oh well.
Yes, nobody
Brandon,
really know that.
let's
So
see. You guys got anything you want to ask Miss
I just
Mariah?
I had one question. Does he work you as hard as he worked the guys, or does he cut you some slack?
Oh no, are you crazy? Do you know him?
I just wanted to get it out there for the people,
No,
for the masses.
no. He probably goes even harder because, like, no, he like no, no. Mm-mm.
Mariah gets some slack. Okay, the boys
Like,
will say,
okay, no,
"Mariah,
no, 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 no.
girl."
Like when I'm on the floor dead, I'd be like, I need help up. Like he wouldn't do that for the guys, but like I need like I just be he'd be like, oh, but he still helped me up. Other than that, like as in work, no, I don't get no slack. I get the yelling, I get the cursing, I get everything.
As you can see, Tyshawn put up here, girls don't get no pass. Trust me, I was there. So,
Yes,
again,
yes,
we had some late nights at Shabazz. You do a lot of work,
I
and
had a lot.
the standard is high. When I say I want the best for her, and I want her to see that she is the best because she's telling me I want to be the best. Well, then I got to raise the bar, and then having I don't know. I'm probably should have asked this: was it uncomfortable for you or not? But having the boys around, it was a lot of times. Maybe I think Olivia, I think that's her name. I said it right. She came one time with you, but it was a lot of times just you and the boys.
It
Like
was.
they're really like, come on, sis. Like jumping the rope, lifting the weights, jumping on top of boxes, doing a ladder. So the Monster family, the DM family, is a really interesting but great family. Okay, you'll see that I did push, not damn sure cuss one shot, but it's one of them things where you have to, because I only know one way. I think we talked about that before, right? About the way how you instruct and teach and coach, and this the standard, and that's it. And I ain't been in it, and clearly, whether it don't matter sex or not, I ain't been in it, man. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So that's it. Sheed, you up? You got a question for Rock?
Yeah, so you've reached every level that a lot of these kids, boys and girls, want to reach. Talk about, if you can, the transitions as you got into a higher level. So from high school to college to the to the pros, that type of thing.
This intensity, honestly, like nothing gets easier as you go. It actually gets a lot more harder because if you think about it, the from college to from high school to college, it was like pace and physicality. And then from college to pro, they do still have good pace, but more physicality. Like I'm going against 40-year-olds. Like I'm going against 30, like and they're pushing me around. Like age don't mean nothing when when they're in shape. So it's like, just as each milestone goes, you go harder. Like you never slack, you never feel sorry for yourself, even when the transition happens, because it's normal. You're gonna hit a bump in the road. You're not gonna probably make times when it comes to sprinting, or a bigger girl's probably gonna knock you down. So I just think that like when a new milestone comes in, attack that even harder, like the next thing, because and that goes for life. Like nothing, like I said, nothing in life is gonna be easy. So when something happens, like okay, I have to go harder. I have to do this. So. I'll just say that.
Okay. Y'all got the floor. If y'all want more questions, you got the floor.
Yeah, I'm good. That's what I needed.
Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, this is getting off the hook right now. Once you get healthy, I'm running the ass again. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm running. All right. Play no games with Miss Mariah Perez. But Mariah, again, it's Women's History Month, right?
Yes.
And again, I would say probably are the only female in North Tech history, right, to get to play in the Olympics. So again,
yes,
touche. Get big props and claps to you. Big props and claps to you.
Thank you.
So again, we had to give you the flowers today. I didn't want the month to go out, and I did not have not one woman on Women's History Month. And of course, when I had to pick a woman, I picked you.
Of course. Thank you.
I'm soft on the girls. She make me beg. She make me soft. Again, thank you. If you want to say anything on your closeout right now, you have the floor.
I mean, thank you just for having me here. I love talking about my journey because it wasn't easy. So anytime I can talk about it, I have no problem talking about it. So yeah. So thank you for allowing me to talk about it.
That's right. Listen, there's only one media interviews to come. I already know how this is gonna go. So I want to make sure I'm like, I'm first. Okay, I gotta be first. You already know. Now, like I said, I appreciate you. I thank you coming on. Stay in touch with me. Call me if you need me. You know how I operate. Give Mom and Jay all my love because they got it all anyway.
Oh, okay. They do.
Yeah, they do.
I thought I did.
We're not doing this on the air. We're not doing this on the air.
Okay, we're going. It's fine.
But no, like I said, thank you. Are we measuring who gets more love? That's what you're trying to say right now?
I mean, obviously it's me, but it's cool.
See.
I'll let you have it.
Okay. But again, thanks for coming on. Like I said, I appreciate you. I will give you a holler. You are my baby.
Oh, love you.
Are you
more? All right.
All right. Peace. Yeah, I'm the one, man. My girls, they make me soft, bro. Tell you, man.
That's how I go.
Yeah, now he's right though. In the lab, I don't even see nothing. Just go. But obviously I'd be like, all right, come on, you tired, come on, get up. I got you, whatever. But big shout out to having her on the show. We're doing really good today, I think. B, let's get into it. Let's go to the Anthony Mackie. He was on the pivot. Shout out to those guys over there, RC, Chan, and Fred. They do a really good thing. Anybody has some time to go on YouTube and check out this interview with Anthony Mackie. I promise you it will not be disappointing. Let's see if we can run that clip real quick of that one quick segment that how he's raising his kids in his house. I want to get that out there.
Humble. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. My boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. Mm. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there, and so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different.
Hold up. Again, man, that was a powerful clip. Again, it's just one of many clips if you go check that interview out. But I mean, to me, touched on a couple of different points just in that small clip. Now, I want everybody to understand that what I'm gonna say is honestly what I feel, not what they're telling. It's what I feel. It's my opinion. And now the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the standard in his household, right? And I like the standard in his household where the only thing that matters is the main thing, right? Being respectful, being responsible. Those are the things that matter. The clothes that they wearing, that don't really matter. The internet stuff, like he said, the social media stuff. So basically, we're talking about for our kids, the Instagram world. That don't even really matter. Only thing that matters is making sure that you're doing the right things, doing the right in school, doing the right things is being a person, just putting your family first. Like those are the things that really, really matter. And if you understand this show, and that's why I tied right into this, all three of our guests, you heard them all speak. They got family members that they are very they held them to a certain standard. You heard Jay Bell say it. You heard Mariah say it. It's like there's certain things that matters, right? And then noticing where all three of those individuals are going, it kind of sets a trend. I mean, we got Anthony Mackie. He's a Oscar Award winner, and I'm probably about to be Academy Award winning actor. All right, and he's speaking the same thing that we're speaking, as if you want to call it regular people, whatever, but the same type of standard. Like, make that the main thing and everything else will go. Okay. Don't get lost in the internet worlds and the stuff that's booming and all of that kind of craziness. Cause when you make that the main thing, then you losing over here. So that was the one thing that I liked about it. And the second thing that I liked about it was the masculine male. That a lot of people struggle with that. I kind of struggle with it a little bit because I know I don't want people to think that I'm a bully. I want people to just believe that I'm just a strong individual, and I believe in something. I speak highly of it. Well, I mean, sometimes the size gives it away, but I don't want it to be that way. But the understanding of, I had really great men around me when I was growing up. Okay, and my grandfather was the one. He was the matriarch. He set the standard. Okay, so that with my father and then my mother, we all kind of followed his way. His way was kind of what he was saying. Like, you said yes, sir. You said no, sir. You said you opened the door for your mom. When you was walking down the street with your sister, you put her on the inside and you stayed on the outside. You know, you made sure that, it's just stuff that you do. You helped your mother or your sister put their coat on. You know, they don't grab certain things. You do the trash. And it was just stuff that, he made a priority of, and he made it a big deal if you didn't do it. And so therefore that type of thing has me at 44 moving in a manner where the kids that I work with, because I don't have any kids of my own, but with the young men that I work with, that's the standard. Like you heard me say with Mariah, she has brothers, right? In the DM. They know how to treat Mariah. Mariah, don't get her jacket. Mariah, don't open the door. Mariah has to walk a certain type of way, or if they're around her, she's kind of probably either behind or in the midst of like all of these big dudes, because that's the queen and they're charged to protect the queen. It's just how it rolls. So that's just, again, I just wanted to kind of put it out there. I loved it. That's my take on it. Obviously, my brothers, y'all got the floor. We can speak on it too. But that's, like I said, in a nutshell, I believe he hit it out the park. And I just wanted him to actually more to just encourage the parents to trust your process. You have a process, parents. And if you believe in it, believe in it. Take it to the grave. Like I said, I'm only gonna coach one way. That's how it's gonna go. So like, trust your process. I'm out of here. You already know. Cut it off.
Oh, it's on me. Yeah, I mean,
I'll be here all night with it. And I told you I watched the podcast, the whole in its entirety, and just fell more in love with it. But I want to hear what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, like podcasts like that won't get the attention it deserves. Cat Williams, he stirs up the internet, but a podcast like this, where it's a lot of information and a lot of hidden gems, it won't be as viral as the controversy. But yeah, he definitely hit it out the park, and that's why, sports, not just football alone, it teaches you all of those things, and it translates over into the real world. And what he's kind of talking about is just being a good person. If you striving to be a good person, you're gonna automatically know, hey, let me open this door for this young lady. Let me just, yes sir, no ma'am. If you have to do it that way. And it really hit home with me when he said, if you get one right, they'll get everybody else in check. So for me, I'm being an older child, the oldest child in my family. My mother always instilled in us, no matter what happens outside of this house, the world, you three better stick together, no matter what. You go against everybody. Nobody can separate you three. And so from there, that stuck with me and carried it, to my younger siblings. One is 31, the other one is 33. So, that still hits home. We have our debates, but that stuck hold me. So if you teach a child young, those things will stick. But there's no such thing as lazy kids, as lazy parents. So if you're lazy in hitting it home out the park, instilling it consistently, the message will get lost. So if we could play that again before we wrap up the show, man, I think that shit is important, man. Part of my language.
Yeah, nah, I'm 100%, 110 on that, 110 on that, man. Like, and I like what you said, and I'm gonna make it clear for them. Parents are the very first teachers, Okay, so don't jump on that 9th grade teacher. If you failed them first, all right, you get them the first F. So we got to make sure we mindful of stuff like that. Again, our influence, how we carry ourselves, how we talk and walk and be on the phone around them. Like, they study us. Trust me, they study, mimic us in ways where we won't even understand. And I know sometimes we talk to them and they think that it's not hitting. It's in there. It's in there. It's just a matter of when it comes out. But B, what you got to say about the Anthony Mackie segment there?
So, my son is 14 now, maybe like a year ago, right? My son can play every position on the football field. Center to quarterback to DB to wide receiver. He can read a defense. He can tell you what play they about to run. and do all that. You know, it's crazy is we went and got some bikes. And my son was like, I don't know how to ride no bike. You never told me how to ride a bike. And I was like, damn. I fucked up. And it's crazy because
you so caught up on him throwing a country mile, you ain't teach how to get on a bike.
His arm ain't even that good. But he's getting better with it. But it's we all mess up in different areas. You know what I mean? And some of them is seen and some of them is not. You know what I mean? But he was definitely dropping some great knowledge as far as the standard being a standard. And this is what we're going to do. And I lead this way. So when they grew up, they could lead this way and this way. And I was really throwing myself under the bus. But no, but like I mess up from time to time. You know what I mean? And it's not like I ain't out here, you know what I mean, doing no party favors and no stuff like that. You ain't gonna see me doing no stuff like that. You know what I mean? But in other areas of the world that I messed up in, it's just that my stuff ain't hit the Channel 5 news, breaking news. You know what I mean? So I ain't in no position to be judging nobody, man.
But it's not a judgmental thing. Not a judgmental thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, because we all have great points.
If I see your son walking down the street and the girl is on the outside, I'm calling. Because since I know you personally, I'm calling you. Yo, sir, I don't know what you been did for the last 12 years, yo, but something out here ain't right. I'm judging you because I know you.
Right. But that's you holding me to my standard.
That part too. I mean, you can look at it that way.
That's why I said some things aren't judged. Like I don't even want to get it to the point where we kind of 2025ing things. You know, when you tell someone that you're hating and stuff like that. We not no. Everyone has a standard. Right? So I'm gonna make it simple as this. I don't want either one of you guys to come in. I tell y'all I'm training D-line today, and I'm looking like I don't know. They like we over here having a kumbaya session, whatever. Like you're like, yo, D, come on, man. Like, no, that's not it. Oh, all right, my bad. It was luncheon. Let me get on my game. You know what I mean? Because trust me, it's been times like that. You know, where not even this. That I'm just using this example. But it's just been times where obviously, you know, sometimes you just be, over here for a minute, right? Like I said. We have great things and we have things that we all need to work on. That's just individuals, you know what I mean? But holding me to my standard, holding our kids to the standard, that has to happen. And like I said, the standard cannot bend. Standard can't bend. Sometimes I see a lot of situations in certain households with the kids that come in the gym. Like I'm just talking about ones I see with my football team in my gym, what I interact with. That where things would be a lot different if I didn't see the standard bend. Like I've seen some kids going in the right direction, and next you see standard bend. Like point in case. Here's an example. You have a kid I'm gonna use an 8th grader, right? He's an 8th grader. He's getting ready to go to a good school, whatever the case may be. Let's say he's going to DePaul, right? DePaul y'all just want a title. He's going to a good school. Cool. We about to take him over there. He good to go. But you don't take him to training sessions. Why not? He was training for natties. Why don't train him for this? Or not because he's good. Or you have the situation where you might have a kid, he's in high school, right? So now he's in high school and he's a senior. We all know how the senioritis hits, right? Where the point where all of a sudden a kid that would train all the time, all of a sudden he don't want to train. Or he would do his work all the time and now he think he's arrived. He don't want to do that. Somebody bent the standard. The kid, let me tell you, kid, and I like that. The standard applies to everyone at all times. Kids going to do this, and we should all understand that. Kids are going to try to take us as far as they can take us. They're going to try and bend it as far as they can bend it, right? It's up to us, adults, like I said, our first teachers, to put it right back. Snap them right back into reality. You know what I mean? Now, every situation is different, right? You might try to snap him back, and he might want to just keep going left. Well, at that point, your standard still has to be your standard. He has to entertain his own standard at that point. You never know. Like, I'm just saying, it's many different scenarios. I don't want to make it where it's a one type of way to get it done type of thing. One of the things I just wanted to do was, one, encourage parents to keep a high standard regardless of what's going on in life. And then the second thing I wanted to do was like bring out that clip so people can hear, regardless of how much money that man has, he is treating his household vanilla. Like, it's vanilla. It ain't nothing different. It ain't no call the butler if somebody break in the house. It ain't no you know, let I don't know, let the guy in the guest house know what's going on. No, I told my 15-year-old, when I leave, you make sure the doors is locked, make sure the windows is locked, whatever alarm need to be set, and you call me. But I want all of it. That's just a standard that he's setting right there. And that's also, again, like I said before, allowing his son to understand that you are the prince. You next up. So don't drop the ball on this one. Go to the next one. You know, but when, like she said, when he got one on the team, when he got one right, the rest of them can fall in line real easy. Because one going to tell on the other ones. And then I'm going to get all y'all right at the end of the day. That's just where I'm at with it. Let me see. Tyshawn gave us another gem right here. It says, character is not only doing the right thing when everyone is around, but also doing the right thing when no one is watching. It's another one of the monsters, man. Another one of them guys that had a solid mom, that had a certain type of standard, okay? Not walking around in no rich household and nothing like that. Like Anthony Mack, again, he's blessed enough. He worked hard enough. He has a really good, blessed household. But it's still a certain type of standard that they're having, that they're upholding, and they're teaching these kids about like character, like, you know, like what you say all the time, when you talk about game, like this is all of that in a nutshell. It's all of it, if you ask me. But you just gotta keep it that way because our kids are still kids. Our 17s, our 18s are still 17 and 18. Our 13s and 14s are still only 13 and 14. They don't have it. They don't have it figured out yet. They don't have a clue. Okay, they might have a clue. They might walk like they have a clue. Sometimes they might do something that gives you a clue, but it ain't a clue. He's still or she's still the same young individual that you probably had to wake up from school. Still the same type of individual that you probably had to tell them to clean up the room. Still the same. They're still that. If they were that at 12, they're that at 13. If they were that at 14, they're that at 15. So, like, don't get to a certain number or a certain point of the journey, like Mariah was saying, and be like, all right, you got it, Ryan. Nah, you ain't got it. Shit. What you got is another day to make a decision. You're going to be great or you're not. That's it. What you got for me, boys? I see she got his thinking cap on. Boy, come, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
It's just like you hit it on it. Like we start talking in this 2025 lingo where we got to pander. We pander because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But the truth is the truth. We don't care about your feelings. You know, you can have emotional intelligence. You could be aware of someone's feelings. But I think sometimes we become too careful with our words because we care about how somebody feels about it. But like I always say, it's guidance above your emotions, especially for men. Men are supposed to be intellectual thinkers, right? We are not emotional thinkers. We're logical thinkers. So especially when it comes to men, I don't have any sympathy for you as an adult male. Because if you can't take what I'm saying and think logically and apply it and process it, then obviously then we're not on the same playing field. And you can call me rude, you can call me not sensitive, but the truth is the truth. You know, I'll give a prime example. In some of our training sessions, I put a big sign. Please do not sit on the equipment while training is in session. A lot of times parents walk right by the session. So you know what I do? They call me an asshole, but you know what I do? I say it real loud. We want our kids to be disciplined and follow rules, but we can't do it as the adults.
The first teacher.
You're the first teacher. There's a big old sign that says, please do not sit in this area on the equipment. For whatever reason, that is the rule. Well, but I want to see my kids train. This is the rule. For whatever reason, you may be sitting on the bench area and the plate fall on your head. Then you're gonna want to sue. But you shouldn't be sitting in this area. So we want our kids to follow directions, but we're not doing it as adults. That's why I'm very hard on adults. Very hard. Because like we're talking about, the kids are gonna make mistakes. That's what they're supposed to. Make mistakes. And it's up to us to, all right, this is what you did wrong. This is how you do it better. So and so and so and so. So I think as adults, we have to be more consistent in our teaching, whatever it is. Like you said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to get the job done. But we got to be consistent in the message. And a lot of times as adults, we're not consistent.
Yeah.
Like the kids are going to bend. They're going to try to bend and get over as much as you allow them to. But as long as you're consistent, they'll understand, all right, he ain't going to break. Because they're going to try to see who break first. They're going to see who's going to break first. All right, we getting up at 5:30 every day. The one moment you get up at 6 because you too tired, they broke you. And these kids are smart. They'll figure that out. They'll keep trying you that way. So we got to just be more consistent as adults. And whatever your standard is.
Or whatever it is. And that's why
whatever your standard is.
That's why I don't want to make it like do it this way or else. No. It's whatever your standard is and what works. If your standard is whatever and they still got a high GPA, stick to it. If your standard is whatever and he is dynamite and doing his homework and getting to the weight room and workouts, stick to it. That's what I'm letting people understand. I don't want people to get lost in this new technology and these new, like you said, this lingo and your thoughts. No. You're made out pretty good. Again, DM is here to let you know. You're made out pretty good. So why don't you just run it right back? Like I said, it was my grandfather that set the standard. It wasn't so much my mother and my father and everybody else. We just followed that standard. Well, my grandfather was an ex-slave. So you want me to do something different? I mean, it didn't matter. That was what worked for him. That's what worked for my mom. That's what worked for me. Okay. So it's just that. Like, don't think just because you are in the 2025, you have to adapt certain things. Like, you don't. If you grew up and you never had Jordans and you out here doing pretty good, I think life is okay.
I ain't never had no Jordans until last year.
I don't even.
And somebody bought it for me.
So I gifted you Jordans, bro. They give me names, numbers, flu season shit. I don't even know none of that stuff.
What you say? What you say, DM? We wear our own stuff. What you say, DM?
All day. You know what I mean? Look, man, I got to. And what I say, man, they don't support you. If you don't support yourself, then why would anybody support you? So,
right.
That's what we have. We wear our own type of energy around here. But again, just like I said, I love all my parents really hard. I know my kids are sneaky, but they crave discipline. Trust me. We just got to make sure we are setting the standard that we are only going to accept good grades. We're only going to accept a great work ethic. We're only going to accept, being respectful. We're only going to accept great character. Like, these are the things, and I want parents to drive hard on this thing because a lot of our kids, and Coach Sheila take is working in a group home, man. A lot of our kids between the ages of like 12 to like 17, man, it's tough. Tough out there.
Gotta be consistent with it. Whatever it is, just be consistent.
The world is tough. You get tougher. That's what I said, man. Like, don't let nobody tell you how to run your house. I'm here encouraging you. Run it the way you want to run it. He get out of line, you like to get on one of the katas? I got one of those katas. It's okay. He'll be okay. You can't be a football player. Can't take a slap from your mama, boy. I'm just saying, what we doing here? So it's just one of those things that I really, really, and then for my kids that's listening, understand that DM has a standard for you. So I'll do it that way, Sheed. I have a standard for you. If you wear this brand, I have a standard for you. So I want to make sure that you are a great person because you can't wear it unless you're a great person. Jordan don't give a fuck. One shot. I said it myself. DM care. I need you that when you are around me, when people think and they see you and they see me, they have to see a great individual, a hardworking person, great character, respectful. You have to have these things, man. Have to. Or you can just go ahead and do what you gotta do, take it off. And I like what I told you, I love when I go to Sheed's shirt. Get left then. You know what I'm saying? Just get left. So you don't want to get right. Get left. But you know, I'm at 2 hours. You can tell Siri she cut the thing off. Told you Sheed I was gonna have a great show and I was gonna do it real good. But I think, Sheed, you want to replay it one more time before we get out of here? You
Run it back, Turbo.
Run that back, Turbo.
Boys humble. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there. You know, and so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different.
I like the beat. I be loving the beat, you know what I'm saying? But there it is. Like I said, Jessication missed it. Again, I would advise everybody to go on YouTube, subscribe to Sand Sports, subscribe to Driven Minds. Make sure you go do that. And then while you finish doing that, if you don't want to run this show back, you feel free to do that. But please take some time out. Check the pivot out. Check that show. It's a lot more than that, but it's really, really good information that you will get out of that. That, and they got some other ones, but it's that one right now that I'm speaking to. I want guys to really dive into that, you know. Like I said, man, I'm loving the show tonight. We did a great job, boys. Shout out to Jocelyn Reed. Shout out to thank you, Jocelyn Reed. Thank you, Jalen Bell. Thank you, Mariah Perez, for coming on to the show tonight, talking about, you know, your journeys. Best of luck and wishes to all of y'all on, you know, where you're going, your future endeavors. You know, whether it's, you know, Jocelyn going to Monmouth, you know, Jalen Bell already at Indiana, and Mariah just trying to continue to be one of the best pros that she can be, and hopefully going back to another Olympic, which would be dope. So again, like, big crazy shout out and love for them for being on the show. You guys always understand how much I love and appreciate both of y'all. She, B, you already know we make the show go. And, you know, like I said to everybody else, stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff that's coming from the DM. A lot of stuff come from Coach She. A lot of stuff come from Sand Sports. But you ain't got to listen to me. Hey, Brandon, take it away, man. It's on you. Break it down.
I pushed the outro button. I was ready and waiting. God man. Sand Sports. All right, we are here to do the dirty work for you. You want to do a show? You don't know what you don't know what you're doing. You want somebody to put the show together for you? We do all the background work here, man. Let us know, man. Know what you want. See,
that's all he got. As much as he getting me, that's all you got. 10 years, baby. 10, a decade. Saying sports out here doing big things for those that don't know how, and for those that even think they know how. Tap in. He got you covered, man.
And what do you say? That all, folks.
Good night.